Look at her blowhole. She has a fucking blowhole. What
she's
is that?
She's a glory hole in her head.
I can't do anything until the actual police get there.
So I'm like, what are you? Even I was like, what are you? So stupid. If you're a bigot, if you don't find this appealing.
Oh man, then I'm a fucking bigot. I'm 100% because this is disgusting.
Right here, proud bigot, right here.
I need to calm down. I think.
Okay, I'm entertaining the chat.
I enjoy King Shark. I found it cute and adorable.
Which are words you shouldn't be associating with King Shark. I'm sorry. I'm like literally messaging.
Oh. It lasted a little bit long. This stream went on a little too long for Mara's internet. I don't care now. Oh my god, what is this? What happened? I've taken over somebody's studio. And you know what? I'm a little upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset at all.
Alright, hold on. I'm a little upset, but I'm not upset. I'm
not upset.
You rampant slag.
He listens to metal.
Oh, I really insulted him.
Yeah, you did that.
Fantastic Beast rhymes. Fantastic. Jesus, fuck, I can't talk right now. What do you think they do at the Ministry of Magic?
I'm just saying you're saying it's been a perfect system for 1,000 years.
It hasn't been a perfect system. That's why I'm telling you they have departments in place for anything that were to happen. There's like this place that's like a drive-through daiquiri place. I drove through it.
When she says drove through it, she means the actual drive-through, not the building.
They have like 20-ounce drinks and then 32 ounces. I was like, you know what? Give me the 32 ounce. It is huge.
That's what 32 ounces is. 32 ounces is like 4 glasses.
I didn't realize. Hi, I'm Jason.
Oh my god.
And this is Momoa.
I imagine you did laugh way too hard and too long at this.
Mara is my ride or die. I love Mara.
I absolutely love that intro.
So, hold on, chat. Let me find the applause.
Oh,
there you go.
Mara.
Why did they turn the volume down? I always set it so it's high. There you go. It like bumps it down always on StreamYard, like midway. But we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We had to take a little break last week because I was unavailable. And so, as you can see, and I'm going to catch Steph up a little bit on the lore, we are bathed in our bisexual lighting. So
I don't understand.
You don't understand.
Look, I have a really like pink tint to my camera for some reason. She won't let me leave and come back.
I won't. No, you gotta stay like that, all right? Because I'm gonna catch you up on the lore, and you'll understand the retardation that is bisexual lighting. All right, but you can't really tell because it doesn't look purple on here. But I went back to like the purple tints in my hair. I have my light that for some reason doesn't want to shine too bright. Hold on, let me see if I can bump it up so I'm bathed in the bisexual lighting.
Shine bright like a diamond.
There you go. I bump it up just for today. But I'm gonna catch Steph up on that lore, ladies and gentlemen. I got the articles unless Steph finds anything new. But before I say hello to the chat, I'm going to share screen. Okay.
Tell me what is going on.
Just catch you up on the whole bisexual lighting stuff, right? So, do I have to zoom in at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it is with.
That's good.
All right. So, all right. But this is where it stems from, right? So, now I have other posts regarding this, all right? But Okay, I don't know what you feel about this guy. I think he's retarded. All right,
Who?
but his whole point is, see that little spot right there?
Yeah.
He's calling that bisexual lighting.
Smash JC is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's saying it's like an agenda, basically. Like they're inserting that wokeness into this promo artwork for Campaign Evolved. Meanwhile, Halo fans are looking at that going, that's the planet, basically. You have the Halo ring, which they're on, and then there's a planet near it, all right? Okay? And the planet, it has a purple tinge to it.
Uh-huh.
Okay? But he, he's making it seem like that one swipe is bisexual lighting. Is if that term actually exists.
The great noticing is happening. I don't.
The great noticing. No great noticing. He got community noted at least twice. Because people were like, that's the planet.
Oh, did he? Did he really?
Yeah, at least twice. And he complained about it. Why am I getting community noted? At least like 2-3 times he got community noted because people were like, that's the planet. And I, if we go back, found this old promo artwork, all right, which clearly shows, oh my god, look at that, look at all that bisexual lighting from that planet.
Oh no.
So when I said you're not like leaving this stream, you need the bisexual lighting, we gotta make fun of that retardation.
Smash, what is he doing? Did you reply back to him with that photo?
With this. He went full retard with this.
Did you reply back with that photo?
So not to him, I quote tweeted him basically.
Oh.
I also community noted him on one of his posts. I was like, because he was making claims, and I'm like, that was Bungie, not 343, because he's like, this is a guy who claims to have been playing Halo for like a long time, and I'm like, then you would know, one, that that's a planet, and two, that Campaign Evolved is a remake of a remake, which is Combat Evolved, basically, and that was Bungie. All right, so just because 343 is doing it now doesn't mean it wasn't Bungie previously.
Okay.
So, but like they're saying, so that's why we need to keep the bisexual lighting for this.
I mean, does he play Halo?
Well, it's hard to really gauge.
Does he say that he plays Halo?
He claims he plays Halo. However, if you look at his current stats, and people have posted those, let me see if I can find them. Like to see if I can zoom out so I can find it, because people have posted. His screenshots.
Like, I've seen him play a few games, and the meme is that he's a terrible gamer, like compared to Hypnotic, because they play a lot of games together. But I mean, on this, if you pulled that from like the early 2000s and basically the same lighting or that lighting, but sky, because there's a tinge to the planet, then yeah, on this aspect, I think he would be reading way too much into that purple tinge.
Oh, he was reading a lot into. Let me see if I can find like his post, because people not only were community noting him, but they were also in his replies posting his stats for Halo, and I have more time than he does on the game. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, he loves to post a lot. Like, do you have a life?
Hey, I post a lot.
Oh, like I don't think as much as he does.
Kind
of. Jesus.
I have to brush my hair real quick. It got really freaked out during that zombie game.
Okay. See if I can find it, and I'll share it with you guys.
It's I can feel my waves coming back. My wave. It's all about our hair. Listen, my hair is naturally wavy. I straighten it. Her hair is also singed from the fire. Oh my gosh. That game, Mara, was so scary. So scary.
I'm not the one to gauge that. Well, maybe
no, let it be wavy.
Discord.
When my hair is this long, because my hair is like all the way down to my waist. My waves don't look good. It's when the hair is a little bit shorter. You can like it's kind of, I don't want to say curly, but it's like Mara's hair. It's pretty wavy. But I don't
my hair
like,
is naturally wavy.
yeah, but I don't like to keep my hair. I like to keep my hair at a certain length. So at a certain length, my hair gets really heavy. So the waves just look kind of, I don't like the way they look. Then get a haircut. No, no. I like my hair long. War of the Worlds was better than Disclosure Day. It was. It really is. I've actually always liked the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds a lot more than a lot of people do.
I actually didn't mind that remake.
mind that movie.
I don't know why people hated it. Like, it wasn't exactly, I would say, the best, but like the level of just, like I said, the level of hate for that just never made sense to me.
No, it never did. Mara, I'm going to show you a couple of things, okay? Because I got so excited when I found these. Well, not excited. More excited for these. Okay, look. I was at the store and I went to Buc-ee's. I took a little road trip to Buc-ee's to pick up, to see what they had like for 4th of July. I got a Buc-ee's 4th of July shirt and some jerky and some nuts. But when I was there, I found a dumpling. And if you guys watch I haven't done the stream in a while, but the trash talk streams, I was trash talking these stupid dumplings and I got one and because I wanted to see what the big deal was. I was like, everybody's going crazy for these stupid dumplings. So I bought one. So now I have my own dumpling.
So
it's squishy.
I'll share it. Let me just see if I can find.
It's a squishy toy. I'm leaving it in its little home. It's actually kind of cute. I will give it that. It's kind of cute. I like my squishy toy. I miss trash talk. I know. I need to bring it back. All
right. I can't find it. We were making fun of Smash AT in like this one Discord, and we were posting our own stats when it comes to like the Halo game.
Yeah. Eat it? No. It's green. It's green for Slytherin. I actually got pretty excited when I opened it and it was green. I was like, yes, that's right. Slytherin house. If there ever was a sign that I was going to be in House Slytherin, there it is. It's my dumpling sign. But then I went to this Japanese like grocery store here. It was really neat. I found it. I just kind of Googled because I was looking for kimchi and I was looking for an Asian market and I didn't want to drive all the way to like the Asian market that's on the whole other side of the city to go and get my kimchi. So I was hoping that this place would have kimchi and it was just like an Asian grocery store. When I got there, it was a full on like Japanese grocery store. Anyways, I found these pens and I'm so excited for these pens. Look at it. Isn't it cute?
Oh, I've seen those. I've seen those kind of pens.
I love
not in person, but I've seen like reels or like the.
Yes, I've seen these online.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm like, oh my god, I've always wanted one. And then I found this one. It's like a little snow globe at the top. It has a puppy.
I've seen those too.
Anyways, I'm very excited. It's like my new fidget thing to play with.
But I found one that I'll show these pics to show his stats basically for Halo that people were finding. Now, to play devil's advocate just a little bit, like it's hard to really gauge if he's being truthful or not because you can't exactly see like if you played it on the 360, like you won't exactly see all the stats basically since because like they got rid of something, but anyway. But this, all right, this is Smash JT, his Game Pass, all right?
Okay.
And
is that?
He has the Biggest Loser, Ultimate Workouts, and Jillian Michaels Fitness Adventure. 0% for both of them. But Halo 3, 11%. And most of his achievements were multiplayer. Halo Reach, 4%. That's an Xbox and through Steam, because that was Xbox. Through Steam, 65 minutes. Halo the Master Chief Collection.
Oh. You know what? Like, it's okay to say like, oops, my bad. I was wrong. I was reading too much into it. It's okay.
Yeah, but he doubled
Okay
down.
to do that.
He doubled down, tripled down.
To be like self-own, my bad, guys. Yeah. Probably should have Googled first. It's totally okay to do that.
So I've have more. If I were to bring up my stats, I dwarf his in terms of playing the Master Chief Collection.
I have more hours in Phocopia. I have like 500 hours in that game. And
I had to ask, because I'm in the Gronking Discord, and I had to ask people, and I'm like, does he stream games at all? Because I'm going through his like Smash cast, and I'm like, does he stream games during this? Because I'm like not seeing anything.
Yeah, he does stream games. I've seen him online. He plays like really late at night.
So,
but yeah, he plays games.
Because I'm like, could have fooled me. And one of them said very sporadically, and I'm like, that's an understatement because I'm not seeing anything. But anyway, hold on. You just pin this because I have my Bloody Mary. So for $50 super chats, I will not just take shots, but I'll pretty much down this thing.
Well, I'll take shots.
Yeah.
I will take shots. I'll take shots for a $25 super chat. Like,
anyway,
especially after that zombie game, I kind of need them.
Well, I'll take shots with you if I get some momentum going with the support, basically. Like, just go full DSP.
Taking them during that stream, honestly.
At the top, I see Anthony. Hello, Truth Warrior. Trey, he says Disclosure Day was ass. He said he called it pretentious, and I'm like, that's what I've been hearing online. Basically, like it's very pretentious. A lot of lighting in the thumbnail. Matthew, what is up? Psychotic Mongoose, good to see you. Mars Monkey Max, good to see you too. Capanova, hello. And it is Flag Day. Most people aren't aware that this is like today is a federal holiday. It's Flag Day.
Flag Day.
Yeah.
Where?
So yeah, it's when we adopted our flag.
Oh.
Yeah. Today, back in 1777, but on June 14th, which is why Flag Day, we adopted our flag. So, DS Eagles, hello. The Chuck Jose channel, hello. It says Happy Flag Day. Happy Flag Day to everyone. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a good shot because I see a super chat that I'm gonna have to get to. $50
oh,
one.
Shoot. Okay, well, I have to go.
Bottoms up. I see that Phil's cousin. Good to see you, but I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Golden Fox, hello.
Those flags.
I was playing some Lego Batman, so I was lurking in your stream stuff because I was like trying to get some side stuff done in the game.
When I work streams, I just play Phocopia. You're gonna be so mad at me. I haven't even started Lego Batman. I need to. But I also need I need to figure out something before. Dude, I'm not even kidding, Mara. I guess I was like so tense on my mouse and my keyboard that when I stopped playing, my hands were shaking.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like I could feel it in my legs while we were streaming, while I was playing that game. You know how you get weak in the knees? I don't know if you have a fear of heights or something, you get kind of weak in the knees.
Yeah, I don't have a fear of heights. I have a fear of falling from heights. That's what my fear is.
That's how my legs felt the entire game. But once we were done, my hands were shaking.
But I'm not the best gauge when it comes to scary games because for you, that was scary, and for me, I'm ready to play the new Hellraiser game when it finally drops, and that's not really a game that I think you would want to play. Because you've seen the trailer for that, right? The Hellraiser game? The new Hellraiser game?
No.
Okay, I'll bring it up real fast. But I'm gonna make sure I say hello to everyone. If I miss anyone, I do apologize.
I'm gonna go get my liquor real quick.
All right. And eventually when I get to the super chat, I will pour this out. Take a swig, but hello, Mike Noss. Well, we're always politically incorrect. When have we ever been politically correct? So So I have articles, but I'm sure stuff will find something. So magenta, but the lightning makes it like look like that basically. I wish I could like if you follow me on X, you can see the actual shade of my hair color. Spirian, hello. My kill says, like everyone's saying it was meh. But DS Eagle says he enjoyed it a lot. So I don't know. I saw He-Man, Masters of the Universe, obviously the new one, and Scary Movie 6. Those two I can talk about. I have not seen Disclosure Day. Hello, Steeg. Good to see you. Oh no, he made a video and everything. So it's like, he wasn't just trolling. He made a video and everything. So Smash AT lost. He lost it. What he lost, like whatever he had, he lost. So I don't think he was trolling because he doubled down, triple downed, and did a video on it. So yeah. So pretty much, yeah. It's kind of like the people who were complaining about the how the female Marines look. I want to call them Marines basically, but how the female look in Gears of War E-Day. And I get it if it's not everyone's proverbial cup of tea and you don't really like their aesthetic. I get it, but to automatically jump from like that to the game is going to be woke because you don't like the way the women look, I have a problem with that. I want to like replay Halo. I'll even go like I never played the 5th one. I refuse to touch that one, and I have not played the 6th one, the campaign. I've played the multiplayer, that's Halo Infinite. However, I will go back and I might not replay Reach, even though I enjoy playing Halo Reach. I'll most likely I started replaying Halo Combat Evolved on my birthday stream. But I'll go back and play Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo 4. So yeah, I was like lurking and I caught that. Yeah, so it's like a zombie apocalypse and we have a burn victim. So
you're making fun of me because I caught fire.
Well, I got the comment from Phil's cousins where he said that her hair is a little singed from the fire. And I said I was lurking, so I caught that part basically.
I'm so dumb. I didn't even realize I was standing in it.
You didn't realize you were standing in fire? Like the sizzling sound didn't exactly clue you in?
No, because I like hit use before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I hit use, I didn't realize I was standing in the fire. But I hit use, and then everything just went up in flames. I was like, "Oh my god!" What? I thought I did something wrong.
Jo is saying I didn't watch Disclosure Day, but my mom did, and she enjoyed it. Then again, she does like the Star Wars sequels.
Listen, my parents, my mom texted me today. She said that they liked it too. They went and saw it, and they liked it.
So, if I watch it, it's going to be like a Jack Sparrow copy.
Yeah.
So, again, if I miss anyone, I apologize. I'm trying to just make sure I don't miss saying hello to anyone. Francis hates. So, don't you ever place yourself on a DSP level? I know. I'm just saying it's like I'm tongue in cheek poking fun at ourselves. We're not on DSP's level by any stretch, but jokingly, for sport. If you know, you know. And here's Phil's this $50 super chat. Thank you from Phil's cousin. Says bottoms up. I will do that. And a $10 super sticker from Gravy D. It's a Rex. Thank you so much.
You know what? I'll take 2 shots for that.
And then I'll show you Hold on. Can someone post my Twitter? Thank you, Trey. I was gonna say someone post my Twitter. Right here. This is my new Twitter. I had to make a new account because it didn't like me trying. It didn't like me trying to go into my backup account, and they never did anything with my old account. They suspended it, so I couldn't get it back.
She got yeeted.
Yeah. So basically, like I joined Twitter in 2019, so 7 years down the fucking drain.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Did you take your shot already?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can do it again. So.
I'm taking 2. So.
Hello, Andrew.
Listen. Really quickly. Has I just want to check it. Has anybody like seen Terra Crystal? Because I haven't seen Terra Crystal in chat in a while, and I'm getting a little bit concerned.
I haven't seen him in a while either.
All right. So if you guys see Terra Crystal in chat, just
Well, typically how I keep up with like.
I just want to make sure he's okay. Apparently he's working now. Okay, good. So he's fine. Right. Yeah, because I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I haven't seen Terra Crystal in a minute.
Mm-hmm. So
okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while either. Like, there's like a few that used to be like regulars, like in chats, but so I guess like their schedules changed. Or something basically. Okay. So
I just want to make sure because like I was thinking about the other day, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I was like, well, I'll give it a couple more weeks before I ask anybody if they've heard or seen from Terra Crystal, because just making sure. All right.
Real fast before we get into the news, but this is the Hellraiser game. I'm pretty sure I've shown it before. I'll share it through like the X accounts. So it's this game, Hellraiser Revival. Just zoom in right here. See if I can.
What is that?
I'm trying to find like the trailer.
Oh.
And not just images. See, like this, like imagery like this. Okay, that's apparently graphic. Okay, here. I'm not gonna like play the sound.
And light.
Stop. Is this?
There's no sound.
I didn't want to play the sound because I might get hit.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So I figured like just to show you the imagery of this game. So that's the box. You opened it, we came.
That was a sex scene, Mara.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to stream this game. At least that part. But these are Cenobites.
Ew.
That's Pinhead. Yeah, so basically he goes to where Cenobites are to rescue his girlfriend. See? I'm telling you, it's like this is a game that I'm looking forward to playing.
Oh my god.
And
I'm not even
think 7 Days to Die is scary.
No. I'm not even gonna watch you play this game. I couldn't even watch you play that mortuary assistant game. I could barely watch that one.
Yeah, so it's like if you think that's scary, like let me show you the game that I am looking forward to playing.
Oh, that little hand at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the alien hand in Disclosure Day. I was grabbing the little girl's face.
So if when we finally get a release date, and I know basically because we don't even have a release date for this, I will play it in the Discord so you guys can see it. It's just that I don't know because I don't know if that one sex scene is like the only sex scene in this game, or if like that's the only nudity or anything like that. So I'm looking at this trailer and I'm thinking I might not be able to stream this game. I might have to play it offline entirely.
That might be the only sex scene.
So,
like at the very beginning.
well, like like it might be the only sex
Introducing you
scene,
to
but it's the only
everyone.
time where there's nudity, because the Hellraiser book and movies are not shy with like showing nudity, basically. So I'm like, as Trey, like as a horror enthusiast, like that's what we're assuming, because horror movies don't shy away from showing any type of nudity.
Oh.
And so chances are there could be more than just the sex stuff. That's why I'm like, I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream it, but I'll be back to streaming.
You should do it anyway.
If my channel gets yeeted, I'm sending everyone after you. Like,
No.
she told me to do it, and she is the reason my channel got yeeted. Because apparently I can't think for myself, so I'm going to play the victim card and blame the person who told me to play it. Anyway, yeah, we have a few things to talk about. I don't have any articles about He-Man, Masters of the Universe, but Steph, you saw that. I saw it.
Yeah.
And before I give my impressions, what did you think of it?
I thought it was a very safe. Here I have an article for Masters of the Universe if you want to pull this up while we do our review, because it's not doing very well at the box office.
No. I blame two things.
Masters of the Universe faces a potential $400 million shortfall as Amazon claims success. It's not a successful movie. I didn't really enjoy it at all. I can see like where other people can find enjoyment in this movie. Totally can see that. But I pretty much saw in this movie the same thing that I saw in the Superman movie. I think that it is the Hollywood safe version of the modern masculine man. And what I mean by that is like it's the power of empathy, pretty much, and it's the same thing in Disclosure Day too.
Well, that was kind of the thing with the original character. Adam and He-Man are different, basically. Like they're not really. Adam is a vessel, but they're trying. But the way the movie
he's the same person in this though. Whether he's He-Man or Adam, he's Adam. So. In and out of this. So and as He-Man, he says as He-Man, like he lectures Skeletor on empathy. So there is no distinction between He-Man and Adam. They're one and the same in this movie. And this is coming. I have no idea what He-Man is. I've never watched He-Man. I've never watched the She-Ra. I didn't even watch the Kevin James whatever He-Man thing. It's before my time. I had no idea. I don't know anything about it. I'm sure my brothers do. I don't. So I just came in to this movie as a complete normie, as someone who saw the trailers and was like, well, that looks like a fun time. You know, so that's what I was going into. I was like, that looks like a really fun time. It looks like, you know, a hyper masculine man. But I didn't really see that. I honestly didn't get it in this movie. And then you have, is it Idris Elba? Is that his character? Man at Arms.
Man at Arms.
Man at Arms. All right, you have Man at Arms with his daughter saying that like he wishes that he was the man that she is, or some shit like that. I can't remember the line. But he said, "You're the man I want to be." That's what it was. You're the man I want to be. And it's just like, okay, so he's part of the old guard. He's part of like that hyper masculine, you know, group of men, of warrior men that grew up fighting with brute strength. And now that's just not how we do it anymore. You know, Adam came in and he taught them all the power of empathy.
Okay, I want to touch on this.
As a result of...
He's not a coward. He saved once in this movie. Once by Tila as Adam.
That's fine. I mean, hey, it's safe Hollywood modern masculinity is what I'm trying to say. It's that you can be strong, but your empathy overrides that. You have like the power of
But
feeling.
you've never seen the original cartoons or anything. Like there are
No,
like,
I've never seen
there
it.
are,
But
like,
that's what I see
lessons,
when I
like,
see this movie.
there are lessons like that in He-Man cartoons. Like they will
There
literally
are
like,
lessons like that in all of the early cartoons.
I know, I'm
You know,
saying it's
but
like
essentially what I'm viewing, where I'm coming from
he
is
does
I'm
not spend the
seeing
whole fucking movie running away. Did you see the movie? No, he doesn't spend the whole movie running away. And I'm sorry, I would not want to, like, you know, charge into, like, right into Skeletor's lair, you know, without forming a team. He does not run away the entire fucking time.
I think that Adam is the result. Adam is the result of growing up on Earth, surrounded by a bunch of women, teaching him how to repress his masculinity and come at it from a place of feelings. And he takes that to Eternia, and he's, you know, teaching that to Eternia. He's
I
bringing
watched
his
the movie. Did
he's
you?
bringing
Did
his
you watch the movie Golden
his
Fox?
super freaking his incredibly emotional male roommate to Eternia to help him with that. And the reason I say that he's going to spread all of the power of empathy throughout Eternia is at the very end, Man at Arms uncomfortably is like, how are you how are your feelings? How are your feelings? That's not something that he would normally ask. He is being taught to put those feelings first before brute strength. So at the very end, you can see how the shift is it's starting. You can see that shift with him uncomfortably asking Adam, so how are you doing? How are your feelings? How's your headspace? You know, so that's where I'm coming from when I say that this is coming from a very safe Hollywood version of the modern masculine male, because that is what they are now pushing in Hollywood, is that modern masculine male.
Okay, I want to ask the people who, like, you know, are like talking about the lore. Have you watched the O2 series at all? Have you watched the O2 series? Have you watched the original cartoon? Do you know the fucking deep cut in the movie? There is a deep cut to the actual lore in the movie. Do you know the deep cut? Do you know the deep cut? Where's? I want to see in the chat who saw the deep cut. Who saw the deep cut? You know the lore. Who saw the deep cut? There's a deep cut. There's a deep cut to the lore. Who saw it? Yeah, I saw it. But I'm waiting for... Yeah. But I'm waiting for one of you assholes in the chat to say what it is. What's the deep cut? You know the lore. There's at least one deep cut in that.
I'm sure there's a lot of deep cuts in that.
There's at least one that's very fucking noticeable for people who know the lore. Who are, like, claiming to know the lore. Where is it? Let's go. Come on. You want to lecture me on the lore? Go ahead. I saw it right fucking
say it already. Obviously nobody has seen it.
Oh yeah, you're trying to figure out what I'm referring to. There is something in there that is tied to the beginnings of the He-Man lore. If you know the actual history of the creation of the character, you would have noticed this right fucking away. He-Man was really only created as a response.
Toys. I know that.
As a response to the Star Wars toys selling.
No, he wasn't. He was.
And Conan, basically, they were trying to. Mattel was trying to play catch up, basically.
He-Man was created to sell toys. That's why in the original packaging it included a comic.
No, you put it in the chat, Nova. Come on, put it in the chat. No, you don't say no. You tell us, woman. You're the fuckers who are coming in and trying to correct me on the lore. Come on. What is it?
I understand. I understand that He-Man was created to sell toys. In fact, it was such a new property that they needed to create their own lore for He-Man. So all the new He-Man toys included a comic to create lore around He-Man, and then they made a cartoon based around that. So I know that just because I watched how these toys that made us or whatever. Yeah. But that's basically my only knowledge of He-Man. So I don't understand the deep cut.
Apparently, you guys can't figure it out in the chat. I'm not going to tell you. I told one person, not tell you off stream, but I'm not going to come in, like, you know, people coming in who claim to know the lore and did not see this reference. So, I'm just saying.
I mean, if the reference helps you with your argument, then just, what is it?
So no, it's not really much, as far as where does he get the sword in the movie?
I honestly can't remember.
It's not so much the location, but in that scene, there is, like I said, a deep cut to the history of He-Man.
Okay, I don't know.
I'm just saying, if you've seen the movie,
I honestly can't remember in the movie where the sword originated and then like they got it from. I can't remember.
No, I'm saying like where he finds it on Earth.
Huh?
Where he finds it on Earth.
In the hands of that big giant statue?
Which it was.
I don't know.
That was the fucking prototype for He-Man.
Okay.
Yeah,
what the hell does that have to do with anything?
I'm saying, but people were talking to me about the history of and the lore of He-Man. That was the prototype for He-Man, that Turok. So He-Man wouldn't exist without that. All right, He-Man was only made as toys to play catch up with the other brands for Star Wars and Conan and so forth. And I remember watching the original cartoon. Prince Adam and He-Man, while the same entity and personality-wise, were differentiated.
Well, in the movie, they're the same person.
But
he just has more muscles.
But they differentiate them based on.
Mark, you can't tell me that if this was, I don't know, a female-led Marvel movie, if Brie Larson was starring in this movie, okay, that at the very end, when the spirit or whoever that spirit is comes to him and was like, "You don't need the sword, you have the power."
So
that we wouldn't be shitting all over this movie. Like honestly, trade out that actor for Brie Larson.
But the sword is not the power. The power is, he says, the power by the power is Grayskull. Grayskull is not the sword. So she's correct. He's a vessel. He's a vessel.
Okay.
It's not the sword. He's
That's
the vessel.
Fine. I am just saying that this is my problem with this movie is that it's modern masculinity. It's safe modern masculinity. It's Hollywood's version of masculinity, which leads with empathy and leads with feelings and leads with, and this is men. Men leading with their feelings, leading with their empathy, and suppressing their strength.
Which were lessons even He-Man taught in the original cartoon.
Oh, well, I didn't watch
nothing new. It's really nothing new. I didn't watch the original cartoon.
So if the original cartoon was
so you can't say it's modern Hollywood inserting itself into this when there were lessons like that in the original cartoon. It wasn't just brute strength.
If the original cartoons were like that, then I guess that's totally fine. But to me, when I'm looking at this movie, that's all I see. That is all I see.
Which again, like you're coming from it like knowing nothing.
I am. I'm coming at it knowing nothing.
And I'm saying it's like
coming at it knowing nothing.
That what like that was
with the Hollywood agenda and what they want to push.
That was lessons. Those were lessons taught for He-Man even back then. So it's not like modern Hollywood. So, but I enjoyed. I don't know.
Movie. Like I saw. Hold on. Wait, I have to show you. I have to show you this sweatshirt, okay? Because I saw this sweatshirt and I was like, huh. That's interesting.
Okay, I'm about ready to kick you.
Me?
No, him.
Oh.
I'm about ready to like kick you. All right? I don't like taunting in the chat. I don't care if it's like, jokingly, all right? You want to be kicked, you want to be timed out? Do it again.
Like look at this shirt, okay? This is from the official Mattel website, right? Official Mattel website for Masters of the Universe merch, battle ready. Emotionally available. Like
that's just Mattel being cringe.
Sure it is. Hold on, wait. I have to I have to find the other. I have to find the other shirt. Because I mean, I'm sorry, but like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, okay, yeah, so short. Where's the other one? I need to show you the other one because I laughed. This was the initial one that I saw, and then I went and looked at the other ones. I was like, apparel. Oh, here it is. Alpha male. I mean, this is it's Masters of the Universe, like alpha male.
What website is that through?
It's the Mattel website. You can see it right here. Mattel.
Well, I'm saying
with their gay pride flag in the corner.
Sometimes the brand sells through other distributors.
It's a Mattel Creations exclusive design. Alpha male.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm everything
it's
that
cringe.
I'm seeing.
I'm not like disputing that it's cringe. I'm saying that's Mattel. But it's also Pride Month. Did you notice the rainbow thing next to it? Like they're going to do that shit during Pride Month.
Okay, sure. This is officially licensed Masters of the Universe Pride merch, apparently. No, I think that this is just regular Masters of the Universe merch. And in one of the promos for Masters of the Universe, I believe the actor who plays Adam was wearing a different version of alpha male, but his shirt just had a kitten on it, but it said alpha male. It is, and all of their clothes are specifically picked out by stylists. It's very intentional. The outfits that they wear. So, yeah, I think that this is a movie made for modern, to push that Hollywood version of modern masculinity, which is make sure guys suppress all of your natural male instincts and instead lead with emotion. Be more emotional. Be more emotionally available.
No, I don't see that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have fought in those scenes.
Lead with empathy. And you know what?
No,
that's the same. That is the, and I'm not being incredibly nitpicky here because that is the same way that I viewed the new Superman movie as well. You know, like that scene that they cut out of Superman. Lex, that hurts my feelings because they're leading with their emotions. Like 100%. Make sure that you are in tune with your emotions. You have a good headspace. And like, that's how I view this movie. I viewed this Superman movie the same way.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see it.
It was like a modern masculinity.
So I wouldn't see it because He-Man stepped up and fought. If it was truly,
he did. You know what he did when trying to get Skeletor to, when trying to talk it out didn't work because remember what I've been saying. Lead with your emotions. Lead with empathy. Try and talk things out. Discuss your feelings. Yes, when that didn't work, that's when he took him out. But he did lead with feelings. Let's talk it out. And that's the same thing that Superman did.
I'm talking about other
instances. That's the same thing that Superman did.
I'm talking about other
Lex
instances.
Luthor instead of actually like just taking him out.
I'm talking about other instances, not just with Skeletor.
To do the right thing.
I'm not talking about with just Skeletor. I'm talking about other instances. He didn't try to just talk it out when they were escaping.
No, but this is who has been holding his kingdom hostage while he's been gone. This is who took out his parents or whatever. I can't remember the movie. But this is the big bad. And you're telling him the big bad. He was totally okay with killing all those other people, but the big bad, the one person that took his kingdom from his family and slaughtered a lot of the people that lived there, we're going to try and talk it out first.
That wasn't first.
He tried to talk it out.
Skeletor beat the shit out of He-Man first.
He tried to talk it out with Skeletor. And Skeletor was like,
Yeah,
fuck you,
after
dude. I'm not going
Skeletor-
to change my ways.
after
This
he
is how
fought-
I am. Respect for
after he
them not
fought
going with a
Skeletor.
sympathetic villain and letting Skeletor be an evil villain. Respect there. I'm glad that they went that way. Because we have all of these sympathetic villains. So I was going to be like, oh my God, if they talk it out, this is just ridiculous. It might as well be the ending of Twilight where nothing happens and they just talk shit out.
That's just the humor, the cringe humor that I have a problem with in this movie. But he fought Skeletor first, got the shit kicked out of him by Skeletor, then tried to be empathetic, lead with empathy, then beat the shit out of Skeletor.
No. Why on earth would you want to talk things out? You would want to destroy that person that destroyed your kingdom, that destroyed your people, that was the result of you being separated from your family for years and years and years. You had to fight to get back to where you come from. People in that world, people on Earth were treating you like you were fucking crazy because you were telling all of these crazy stories, but you knew that this is where you needed to go back to. You would hold an enormous animosity towards this person. The first thing you would want to do is go there and completely just wreck him, kill him, get him out of the way so you can take back your kingdom. And that's not what he did.
Even in the original
talk it out
cartoon,
first. He wanted, and not only that, but like after he talked it out first, he was like, you know what? I was pulling my punches. So even after talking it out, he wasn't even going at him with full on brute strength. He was pulling his punches, which made for a really cool scene, but he was still pulling his punch. He was still trying to give him a chance to be like, wait, no, stop. Okay, we can talk it out. But no, he after he finally realized, after all those chances that he gave him, you know what? He's not going to stop. Okay, fine. That's when he went in with his full brute strength. When that is what he was supposed to be doing in the first place, going at him with full brute strength, taking back his kingdom. But no, we had to talk it out first.
He-Man in the old cartoons, even he didn't beat the shit out of Skeletor. Skeletor always lived to see another day.
That's the cartoons, though. I mean, what would you get?
I'm saying, like, you're saying, like, it's like that he would want to end Skeletor. Even He-Man in the original cartoons and the stories didn't want to end Skeletor. He'd fight him.
Yeah.
He'd protect Eternia, but he never wanted to end Skeletor.
Okay, but did he end him in this movie? Like, he ended up with a skull. Did he kill him?
So, no, not really. Because Evil Lynn's there.
And she can bring him back.
Yeah.
Okay. But in Adam's mind, he thinks he killed him.
Yes.
So he killed him.
So in his mind, he thinks he does, but he didn't.
Okay. So in his mind, he killed him.
In his mind. In actuality, he didn't. Like in the cartoons, didn't.
Okay, but when pushed
he wouldn't go as far as
his limit, he is willing to kill, and he thinks he killed Skeletor.
Which is different from like I said, from the cartoons, because in the cartoons, even he wouldn't go as far as to kill Skeletor.
Okay, so now we're making the case of they are willing to change some things, right? Yeah. Okay.
So, but Skeletor is not dead.
Well, duh.
No, I'm saying it's like he's going, like, Evil Lynn's there, and she has, like, the power, basically, power to reincarnate Skeletor.
I honestly think that, like, he's dead for the purposes of this movie. If they don't do another one, then you can leave it as he's pretty much dead, right? If they don't continue on with this, then he's pretty much dead. My takeaway from this movie is that He-Man is the launching pad for whatever girl movie they want to push. That's what I think.
I don't know. She-Ra was an actual.
It's a way to get there. That's the real story that they want to tell, and this is their launching pad for it. That's why it was very emotional, right? That's why it was.
You're talking about She-Ra.
Feelings. She-Ra, yeah. I guess She-Ra. That's why it was very, like, you have to be very empathetic. I'm super empathetic. How are you feeling? Are you doing okay? How's your, all of that, because we're leading to a girl movie. So we have to, like, get the girlies on board with this movie, and then we're going to give you the girl movie.
Even She-Ra is, like, on par with Adam as far as empathy goes. So
but that is expected because it is a girl movie. As women, we are more empathetic. We are more emotional. So that is to be expected. I don't know. That's just how I view this movie. I don't know. Again, I have no idea what the lore is aside from watching that episode of Toys That Made Us. Like that's pretty much it. That's all I know in regards to He-Man. I don't know. I had no idea if the power came from the sword, which is why it confused me at the end. I was like, I thought he needed the sword. Because the power was in the sword. And I later found out that the power is like in Eternia or something. That's where he gets the power from. So I honestly had no idea. I didn't know any of the lore. I'm just going at it as a first-time viewer. And I think that that's where they wanted a lot of people to come at this movie, because there are so many people that like don't really, or that didn't watch He-Man, that didn't grow up watching He-Man. That He-Man group is so small that it wouldn't be able to carry a film. So they needed to attract all of the people to this film.
Which is where I like think Mattel really dropped the ball. For one thing, two big reasons. One is they never continued. Like from 2002, they never continued the toy line or anything like that with He-Man. It became a very niche in terms of like, within the pop culture knowledge, basically. So unless you grew up watching the 80s cartoon or even the 2002 cartoon, they never kept up with it like they did with Transformers, with multiple cartoons, multiple toy lines, even some video games, things like that. They never did that with He-Man. So basically, they're making a He-Man Masters of the Universe movie without any foundation to go off of for most people, because most people, unless you know those things, would not be inclined to see He-Man Masters of the Universe because Mattel dropped the ball there. Secondly, where Mattel dropped the ball, in continuing the He-Man line, when Hollywood was going after masculinity as toxic, Mattel could have stepped like into basically the foray and said, like, we have an uber masculine hero for you guys. When Prince Adam becomes He-Man, basically. Yeah. And they could have brought people over then.
That's what I was hoping for with this movie.
Well, but they should have done it before now. They could have, so that way, by building that foundation, they could have capitalized on that, because people would have been. Now, I'm not saying everyone would have been, basically, but when you offer people a means of watching something that doesn't portray masculinity as toxic or anything like that, that doesn't espouse any identity politics or any modern day bullshit, and say, here, we have He-Man for you, watch these episodes, things like that, could have begun the foundation of building at least enough of a fan base. So when this movie came out, it probably wouldn't have been doing as badly. But it's so niche right now. It's so incredibly niche that not even normies are going to see it, because they don't know. They don't know. Most never grew up watching the cartoons. Most never grew up playing with the toys or anything like that. There were no video games or anything. So unless you watched the cartoons and absorbed the lore that way or whatever, you would have no understanding.
But see, that's my point, is that this is so niche that they could pretty much do whatever they wanted to it.
Not so niche that people wouldn't know.
Well, yeah, but they can push something through this and change the character a little bit.
So, but normies, I'm saying, like, it's so niche that not even it was not even on normies' radars, is the point. It's like, while they could have, at least played with it a little bit, if you're a normie, like an incredible normie, and other movies are coming out, are you going to want to see this movie that you know nothing about the characters or anything like that? Or are you going to watch a movie that's a Scary Movie 6 or a Spielberg movie, Disclosure Day, or something that you at least are comfortable and know?
I honestly, when I think that if this movie came out and it was the complete opposite of everything that Hollywood is trying to push, that uber masculine man that is doing nothing but fighting for his kingdom without apology, right? not showing us as a kid, and he's like this goofy little guy and doesn't really want to, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, but I'm not a warrior. No, let's have and picturing like the dad as like a bad thing, as wrong for wanting his child to the future. Is he like the future king or something? Like the future king taking things seriously, and doing his duty, and you're taking that seriously. Instead, you got this little kid. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I like playing around. My best friend is a girl. I want to play around. And you have the dad looking like it's bad that he wants his child to grow up.
Tell me, who are you? I drop names all the fucking time, even at my chat. Who are you? What's your real name? Not your real birth name. I know this is an alt account. So who are you?
But I think that like right now it would be great, because that's what I was expecting. Honestly, I was expecting that. I was expecting a hero's journey. Adam being like just the uber masculine man in this movie. I was actually looking forward to that. And when I was met with, well,
so
you have to have like the power of empathy, all of that. I was like, this isn't what I thought this movie was.
I want to know if you were going to, puff out your chest and stand up to me. All right. Because I called the chat assholes. All right. I dropped names. I called Trey a pussy multiple times. What's your alt account? I want to know. What's your other account? I agree. It should have come out like 15 years ago. I've called Trey pussy multiple times. I've told Gravy D. I've joked where I said, I'm ableist. I throw balls into streets to see if the seeing eye dogs will chase after them. I've called people pervs. People in my chat.
What if he doesn't have an alt?
I call them dickheads.
What if that's just his account?
So.
Anyways, yeah, I didn't really like the movie.
I've threatened to basically assault Dan.
But I can see where But I can see where people find enjoyment in it.
Oh my god, I hate you so much.
Oh, Mara is not a feminist. Mara just likes the movie that she likes, and she will debate me on it, and she'll debate the chat on it. She won't back down.
No.
And she won't back down. What was the movie where we were like yelling at each other?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Because you liked it, and I still judge you for that.
Yeah. I like that other one, that other movie too. And you were just, oh my god. Was it The Expendables? I think it was
The Expendables 4.
The Expendables 4.
And what nearly gave me a heart attack was not so much that you liked it. All right. I could, let that slide because you haven't seen the first 3. But when you said Barney just flies the plane, that's where I nearly got a heart attack. Because I'm like, this is the guy who formed the group.
Yeah.
And you were like, he just flies the plane. Why should I care that he...
That's what he did in the movie. He just flew the plane.
Yeah, because they basically gave that character the shaft for whatever fucking reason for this movie and focused on characters that no one gave a shit about. And I'm like, and that's when I asked you, Steph, have you seen the first 3? And you're like, no. No, if you see the first 3, you would know that he does not just fly the plane. He's the leader.
Well,
so that killed me.
The movie I saw.
So that killed me.
And I liked it.
Yeah, she liked
it. This one, I didn't like it. You know what? I like that movie more than this movie.
I'm fully judging you there.
That's fine. Judge me all you want.
Expendables 4 was complete and utter shit.
I would watch Expendables 4 before I would watch this movie again.
Don't anyone in the chat dare question my tastes. So.
Yeah, Scary Movie 6 is all right. Scary Movie 6 was trash. It was complete garbage. It wasn't funny at all.
There were 2 scenes
that I genuinely
I was looking forward
to that movie, and it was garbage.
there were two scenes that I genuinely laughed at with Scary Movie 6. And I most of the time I was like just smiling because I got the references in the movie. But the scenes I genuinely laughed at were the subway scene. Only because it reminded me of the scene in Airplane. And please tell me you've seen Airplane. So you're not going to understand what at all what I'm referencing when I say reminded me of a scene in Airplane.
Is it the one where he's shaking the lady?
Yeah, and the people line up ready to slap her, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminded me of when, like, she was like, you know, chastising the person about her pronouns and things like that, and then like, you know, they like everyone outside of Ghostface starts stabbing her, basically, like just taking turns stabbing the victim because of, like, you know.
Well, I mean, the only reason I didn't laugh at that was because they already did it in another Scary Movie when they were stabbing that lady at the movie theater. Like, this is for this is for that. And
I know, that's like I said,
yeah,
like,
it was the same
it wasn't
exact
like a laugh out loud laugh. It was more like, okay, you're referencing this, basically.
They're referencing a better movie, which is what you're laughing at.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it's on par with the first three. Like the first three are like up there, basically, but it's definitely better than post 4. It's like kind of on par with Scream 4, basically, in terms of like it's not great, but it's like or anything, but it's not as bad as Scream 5 and the other parody movies.
Yeah.
Scream 5 was like, that was trash.
I laughed at one part in the movie, and it was when they were making fun of the way Shaq talked. Tara, you're okay. Oh, I was worried about you. I've been worried about you for a couple of weeks. I was like, or for longer than that, but I haven't said anything.
Tara in a while.
Yeah, I longer than that, but I was like, I haven't seen Tara Crystal in a while. Is he okay?
If you don't remember Scary Movie 5, count your blessings. Like it's not.
I'm glad to see you in chat. I'm glad to see you. I was actually worried about you. I noticed when people were missing. So yeah, I was a little worried. But no, the only part that I laughed at with the new Scary Movie was where they made fun of Shaq and the way Shaq talked. I laughed at that. I was like, okay, that's good. That's the only part. That was it.
What? Sorry, Shaq. Well, it was the ending. It was where I got a chuckle out of me, basically. When they killed all the new characters. And basically said, it's basically like, fuck the new characters.
Yeah, I appreciated that. I was like, okay, good. Like they're gonna kill everybody. Yeah. Anna Faris is like, fuck them kids.
I was like, fuck them. Yeah, but your kids are dead. Fuck those kids. So it's like when she said that. So
I feel like I'm bringing so much of like real world shit into some movies that I think about, because whenever she said fuck them kids, it's a lot of times it's like what pro-abortionists say.
Yeah, I saw. Well,
so when she said that, I was like, she's killing her own kids and saying "fuck them kids." That's where my mind went. But I was like, okay, it can't be that. It's just this movie focusing on this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what pro-abortion women say, like "fuck them kids." Yeah. So while she's killing her own kids, she's like, fuck them kids. I don't know. It probably isn't that, but that's where as soon as she said that, that's where my mind went.
I was Trey. I saw it as a meme. Like you see that meme going around of Michael Jordan where it just says fuck them kids, basically. That's the impression I got, basically. And I got the impression of it's like, fuck the new characters. We're the legacy characters. These are our movies, basically.
Yeah.
So,
like my mind went there and immediately went back. I was like, that can't be it. Like, no way.
I got it more as like basically,
but I didn't.
This is our movie. These are our movies.
I didn't really like the movie.
So, like I said,
it wasn't funny. I think you know what? I think
they were trying to play it way too safe sometimes with the humor. So
I don't know. I think maybe I put like too much pressure on the movie to be good, or like too high expectations for the movie when it in reality is a scary movie. So
oh shit, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta get the charger for my watch. I didn't get the impression that I didn't go in with any expectations, basically. I was like, this looks like it could be good. I'll see what it's like. My problem is I think they played it safe, way too safe with some of the humor, whereas I didn't feel like they were willing to cross any lines when it comes to like certain jokes, and I thought they like kind of pulled their punches in a way. When comparing it to like the first two, at least, I think they definitely pulled their punches in some regards with the humor.
Well, when they came out with the announcement, they said that no one is safe, that they're going to take shots at everybody. And in this case, I think that they did. They just had that boomer humor and like that's it. And it's just, I don't know. To me, it's just not funny. Because like I don't know. That's what I thought. I was like, it's like, I don't know. It wasn't funny to me, which is a shame, but whatever. Hey, Steph and Mara, there's a distillery close by that does elderberry moonshine. That sounds delicious because those moonshine cherries, like I'm ashamed to say that I go through those pretty quickly. 2 jobs, 10 hours a day. Well, you know what? I'm glad that you're working. Just don't work yourself to death. And I'm glad to see you in chat. Nothing happened. You are totally fine. You are just working. So yeah, 68 hours. Oh man.
At least Trey warned me, like, go in expecting more, like, on par with Scary Movie 4. So that's why I said, like, I feel like I can see boomer humor, but I, like, regardless, like, they said no one is safe, but at the same time, it's like, to promote the movie, of course they're going to say something like that. It's trying to, like, get.
But then you have to deliver on it, and I don't think that they delivered. Yeah,
no,
that's why I say, like, I was looking forward to it because of what they said. No one is safe. Ooh, they're gonna take shots at everybody. I can't wait to see it. And this is the perfect setting to do it because they've done it before in the past. They haven't been PC. They've taken shots everywhere, and like this is the perfect space to do it. And I was hoping that with them doing this movie, it would be like a launching pad to signal other creators like, hey, comedy is back. We can finally make fun of all this shit again, and now we can get more comedies again because we're missing that in our movies. And it's because there's no safety in that. People will take offense to it, and they are worried that they're going to offend in one way or another, and their movie will do poorly, or they'll get canceled, or some shit like that. So I was hoping with this movie it would be like a launching pad for comedies again. And when I was watching it, I was like, man, this isn't it. Like this to me, they were like, we're going after everybody, to promote their movie, and they're not going to pull their punches. And I was like, that's awesome. That sounds amazing. And yeah, it was just, they made fun of their own movie. Yeah, they made fun of themselves. Like, so the movie, I think the movie is doing good though. If I saw the
I think it could be doing better, but it's a Scream 6 movie, so it's going to at least draw people in that regard, basically, with the Wayans brothers back.
Yeah, and I don't think they had a very big budget either. So
not for this movie, no. So like there's like I imagine like they're like definitely going to break even and maybe even make a profit because like the budget itself I don't think was that big for this movie. Because really, I mean, like nothing like in this movie would have required any amounts of like extensive special effects. So, what was I gonna say?
Disclosure Day.
Well, let me bring up this article and then you can talk about it. Because I got a kick out of the way the title is in this. So here you go. Disclosure Day global box office debut earns tens of millions more than expected.
Tens of millions, dude. Tens of millions. Meanwhile, you have Obsession, right? Which was a great movie. I finally watched it. It was good. It was so good. You have Obsession making hundreds of millions of dollars on a less than $1 million budget. A single $1 million budget. You know what? Like Disclosure Day was boring. It was a slog. What I think that the movie should have started 30 minutes before like the movie ended, right? Because you get all of this beginning stuff, which I don't care. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about it. It should have started like 30 minutes before the movie ended. That's when the movie should have started. And then you see the aftermath, because that's what I was interested in. That's what I thought that this movie was going to be, is that they disclose all of this information and then we deal with the aftermath of that. But they do spend a lot of time talking about the possibility of what that aftermath could lead to or could be, but we don't get to see any of that. The movie was so incredibly boring. It was so boring. And what was my tweet? Hold on. Let me find it, because I put out a tweet. And I have so many Spielberg fans. I said I was really excited about Disclosure Day because I was hooked from the trailer. I wanted to see this movie. Anything with aliens, I'm in. Even the movie with, what's his name? Is it the guy that plays Reacher? I can't remember his name, but he did like a Netflix film that had to deal with aliens. Anything
you talk
like
about the current Reacher, Alan
Richman. Yeah, Alan Richman. He did a movie with aliens, and it was just like aliens and machines and stuff, like, but I didn't care. Anything that has to do with aliens, I'm in. If it's a Spielberg film, I'm like, you know what? That might actually be fucking good. So the trailer hooked me, and I was like, I can't wait to go and see this movie. And I fell asleep. I was struggling to stay awake. It was just that boring. I was struggling to stay awake. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was just like this, and I fell asleep at one point, and I like woke up. I couldn't believe that I had fallen asleep. I couldn't believe that the movie was that boring. Something that I was incredibly interested in was that boring. A Steven Spielberg film was that boring that I fell asleep. And I woke up, and then like at the very end, they bring out spoilers, whatever, I don't care. Spoilers, they finally bring out like this alien, this old ass alien that apparently they've been keeping hidden all these years. They have an OG alien. They bring it out. It whispers something to the dude, which that he whispers something to Emily Blunt's I don't even know these characters' name. That's how little I cared. And we're ready to hear what the alien has to say to humanity. He is delivering his message through these two main characters, and we don't even get to hear it. Like, we don't see the aftermath. We don't see people reacting to finding out that not only are aliens real, but there's one right there speaking to us, delivering a message. And all she says at the very end is, listen. That's it. Listen. Listen what? We don't get to hear anything. We don't get to see the aftermath. It's all up for interpretation, which to me is not how this movie was pitched. Honestly, it's not how this movie was pitched. It was so full of itself. I was so incredibly disappointed in this movie. Incredibly disappointed in this movie. And then you have people coming in, like Spielberg fans coming in to my chat or to my tweet saying that I'm TikTok brain rotted because I don't understand this movie, because I don't understand the ending of this movie. This movie is so high intelligence, so high IQ, and I'm so incredibly TikTok brain rotted that I can't be on par with the level of intelligence that it takes to understand this Spielberg grand mystery of a movie. Like, come on. That is just straight up freaking cope, because this movie was so terrible. It was such garbage. There are some people that are like, you know what? I couldn't stop watching it. I loved this movie. This movie was great. I'm happy for you. My parents like this movie. Like, my mom texted me and she's like, have you seen Disclosure Day? You need to. It's really, really good. I told her that I watched it and I didn't like it. But even my mom said that. What did she say? Hold on. She said that like it was very slow. Hold on. She said, I was bored at the beginning. It was sort of lackluster. But then the last 30 minutes were awesome. That's my mom. Like, she's like, if you see Disclosure Day, you need to go and watch it. But even my mom was just like, I was bored. But the last 30 minutes, it was awesome. And that's where I think the movie should have led from. Those last 30 minutes, that's when the movie should have started. And then you deal with the aftermath of all of that. I like straight up told my mom, I was just like, the last 30 minutes is where the movie should have started. It was so freaking boring. I told her that I fell asleep. But yeah, like my mom was like, it's good. But even she was just like, it was kind of boring.
Well, I'm at a point where it's like the last 30 minutes should not make up for like the first 2 hours. So like when people say like, it's like basically you need to see this movie, the last 30 minutes makes it. Well, no, the entire movie should make me want to see it, not the last 30 minutes. I'm not going to sit through 2 hours just to get to the last 30 minutes and be like mind blown. And especially when I spend money to go see it, and ticket prices are not that cheap anymore, even for matinee. So I'm like, no, this does not sell me. Oh yeah, it's boring, but but the last 30 minutes is awesome. That's not selling me. No. Like I said, if I watch, it's gonna be a Jack Sparrow copy. Because we got Supergirl coming out. We got Supergirl coming out. I love the replies to
my tweet. I love the cope of this. You're a retard. She clearly said what was whispered to her by the alien at the end of the movie. All she said was, listen. We didn't get anything. We don't know what the alien said. No, we have no idea. This is what happens when you have TikTok brain and you can't even pay attention for more than 5 minutes and use critical thinking skills. No. And the movie was just garbage. The movie was just trash. Someone else said, where was it? Oh, I like this person. I debated walking out 30 minutes in. Then I debated walking out 60 minutes, 80, 100, 120. I bolted out the theater once the last line was uttered, and texted people immediately. Disclosure Days was one of the worst fucking films I've ever seen. This other person, just start as close as the end as possible. Yeah, because that's when it's good. That's when it's good. This other there's a bunch of people that call me like TikTok brain rotted. But I don't care. I don't care. I did reply to one person though, because they decided to give me a lesson on Spielberg, blah, 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 blah. And how I just can't see that. You're not using your critical thinking skills. Well, they gave me like 2 paragraphs full of Spielberg bullshit and called me TikTok brain rotted. And I replied back to them. TikTok is for soft individuals who need self-validation and safe spaces. You, however, seem perfect for it, considering you get triggered over someone being disappointed in a movie. Go find a Spielberg hug club. I'm sure that's an algorithm somewhere, and they deleted their tweets because the movie is really, really bad. The movie is just bad, and you're coping. Like to say like it's up for interpretation, you don't understand. The movie has been saying, listen, the entire time. You just don't understand. The movie is incredibly full of itself. Absolutely. I completely get that. But that doesn't negate the fact that doesn't make the movie good. Right? Just because, it's so high IQ. That's how I'm viewing this movie. That doesn't make it good. The movie is garbage. It's boring.
This is one of the reasons I threatened to physically assault Liquid Blake.
How dare you? That movie was great.
And his Rings of Power.
That movie was phenomenal.
Yeah. Full on, like every time Dan like pops into the chat, I'm always like ready to say like, I'm looking forward to physically assaulting you on stream. So I told him I'd wear my Cammy cosplay while I do it. So I don't think he sees an issue with that. But like I said, I loved the spin on this title where it's like, we got to pull a positive out of somewhere. So let's just say, hey, it earned tens of millions more than expected.
Tens of millions.
Yeah. Which I think as I scroll down, it made, which is kind of sad. It made 92.9, just shy of 93 million worldwide. So that there's always the split with theaters and Hollywood, basically. It's like the studio gets a chunk and the theaters get a chunk. Mm-hmm. So that's not 93 million that this movie's pulling in. And someone earlier in the chat says that it needs to make like 200 million just to break even. So like I'm not knowing what the budget is. I can only go off of, okay, let's say that's true, basically. All right. Is that 200 million where it's like, total? Which means like, that would include the splits, or would it need to make more than that to equal close to 200 million to break even? I would need to see the budget. Okay. The budget was 115 million. Okay. Let me do some math for you guys. All right. I'm going to pull up the calculator on my phone. There's a rule. There's a rule of thumb. I've always shown it to people when it comes to figuring out what the break-even point is. All right.
115 million.
So basically the 80 million is in marketing. So it's 195. So 200 million. So we'll round up to 200 million. All right. That was the entire budget, which includes the production and marketing. All right. Okay. 200 million, right? On my phone. Mm-hmm. The rule of thumb is to take that times 2.5. This is what it needs to make just to break even. 500 million. Just to break even. Just to break even. That means that the studio neither gains or loses any money. It would need to make 500 million just to break even. It's like the Superman movie. All right, Superman movie, if you actually took the tax statements for the tax credits and got the actual budget, not what WB was claiming, would see that Superman needed to make almost $1 billion to break even. And it bombed.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I have to switch subjects and share this with you. Because you're a fan of wrestling, right?
Well, it depends on which wrestling, but go ahead.
Do you like Cody Rhodes?
Yes. I mean, he's the, as we call it, the Negro icon.
Oh, I'm going to ruin him for you.
I wouldn't say exactly he's my necessarily favorite, but I like him. I like what he is. Okay. Come on, at the stage.
Cody Rhodes explains why he loves The Last Jedi.
I've seen that tweet.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen
I love it. Love. But my reason is fairly personal and oddly wrestling related. When these legends come back, they're not the same. Didn't want Luke with dyed hair and an 8-pack doing flips. I got a broken old man with one last real punch in him. But it was a hell of a punch. Kind of like Terry Funk.
Luke
he didn't even do a real punch.
From force overdose.
I know. No, he didn't. It wasn't even a last real punch. He was force projecting.
I know. Yeah, he was force projecting. So it's wasn't even him there. And he died from force overdose because.
Yeah. But look at the first comment, Mara. But there was literally Luke Skywalker with dyed hair doing flips.
Which would have been nice if that was actually Luke. Would not have saved that movie at all. But
he's retarded.
I've seen that. Look, I don't put any wrestlers overall are not exactly the pillars of intellect. All right.
I know.
So it's
I saw this, I was like, oh my god, I have to show her.
So I'm
how old is this tweet? Is it old?
Well, it's from an article, basically. I think the post is June 14th, but I think he said something like this before, so it's it's not exactly it's new news.
Oh, I needed to share that with you.
Yeah, this is how she ruined it, Chad. This is how she.
I thought it was interesting information. I needed to relay it.
But let's talk. You want to talk Supergirl or the rumor going around of who's going to play Harvey Dent and Victor Zsasz in the Batman 2?
Let's do the Batman 2.
All right. Now, these are just rumors, so nothing's chat, so nothing is at all confirmed. So take this with a huge grain of salt. One I can see, one I'm race swaps aside, physically wise, say he does not work for the role. All right, so according to Jeff Snyder, basically the Snyder, you can't read the actual post when I say article that Snyder has written unless you pay to use his fucking website, basically. So I had to find this through other means, pretty much.
Is it through Patreon?
I don't know. I didn't bother looking, basically, but I clicked on the link that people were posting on X for Snyder's site, the Snyder, and it's pay to do this basically, like for whatever. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. And I'm not paying just to read one damn article from you.
Oh.
So whereas this is why I'm not complaining, because Billy D. Williams did play Harvey Dent in the '89 Batman. So it's really not so much the race swapping, because you also have Jeffrey Wright playing a race swapped Gordon. I'm looking at him physically, and I see more, and someone pointed this out, I see more as him as Harvey Bullock, basically.
That's what I thought. That's the role that I thought he was playing.
Well, according to Jeff Snyder, at least in this, he's reportedly going to play Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
With Sebastian Stan reportedly playing Victor Zsasz.
Yeah.
So.
Which, I mean, take that with a huge grain of salt, because Sebastian Stan's hold on, let me show this. Like, when I saw that, immediately I went to his IMDb page, and it says that he's playing Harvey Dent. The reason that I got so upset was I understand that Billy D. Williams already played Harvey Dent. Now, he didn't play Two-Face because it didn't get that far. He just played Harvey Dent. So even though like he's already played that character, it's going to be some huge shoes to fill, because he played that character. Like, he was really, really good and smooth. But I see Sebastian Stan in this role. He would kill it as
of
Two-Face.
The two, yes.
As Two-Face, he would kill it as Two-Face. I don't see I can't see it.
No, I'm saying in terms
it would be a huge misfire.
Race swapping aside, physically, I'm looking at Brian Tyrese, what the fuck is his name? Brian Tyree Henry, and I'm like, physically, that's not Harvey Dent. Like, I'm trying to he's like too stout, he's too short, he's and things like that.
Yeah,
I see him more as Harvey Bullock. If you want to
as Harvey Bullock, absolutely. Like, that's the role that I thought he was going to play.
Well, I'm saying, this is like a rumor going around, so it's like one of those where it's until it's confirmed.
I'm looking at his photo, right? I'm looking at his picture, and I'm just like trying to picture him as Two-Face.
I can't.
I couldn't do it. Even Aaron Edgerton, like, as short of a time that he played Two-Face, it was really, really good. That was still good. He played an amazing Harvey Dent. That's his name, not Taron Egerton. Whatever. Aaron Edgerton.
Yeah.
Thank you, not Taron. What am I talking about?
Yeah,
that's
but I'm saying they wasted that in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah,
for the short time he was Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent / Two-Face. He was really good.
Yeah, he was really good, and I feel like Aaron Eckhart. Oh my god, I'm like so wrong. Taron Egerton. That's my exy. That's my British boyfriend. My exy. But yeah, Aaron Eckhart, in that short time, like, I want more. Like, give me more Two-Face. Like, Tommy Lee Jones, I honestly didn't like Tommy Lee Jones.
No, Tommy Lee Jones, he did it
at all. Give me a good Two-Face. And when I saw that that Sebastian Stan was cast for Harvey Dent, I was like, let's go. He's gonna kill it. He's gonna do so well. It's gonna be really good. And then this came out, and I was like, well, that's it. Like, if he's Two-Face, I'm looking at his picture, I'm like, I can't picture it. I honestly can't picture it. No. So it would be a huge misfire if this rumor were true and Sebastian Stan was playing Victor Zsasz instead of Two-Face. It would be such
the thing is, like, the reason why Tommy Lee Jones was too goofy for Harvey, really the blame falls squarely on Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, it kind of also falls on this squarely on the director, but Tommy Lee Jones did not like to be upstaged by
Jim Carrey.
Yeah. And so to not be upstaged by the antics of Jim Carrey, who was playing the Riddler, and the Riddler is crazy, literally, kind of like how Jim Carrey played him, even though I think even Jim Carrey was a little too over the top for the Riddler. Tommy Lee Jones would match that with Two-Face, which is not Two-Face at all. So basically, that was on Tommy Lee Jones.
It was that movie was very cartoony.
Yeah,
it was very cartoony. Those villains were like cartoony villains. I didn't like either one. I hated Jim Carrey's Riddler.
I said like he was over the top, but the reason
Yeah.
why Two-Face was the way he was is because Tommy Lee Jones did not want to be outshined by Jim Carrey. So that's why you have them one-upping each other in each fucking scene, and it doesn't work for either character. So, because like I said, you know, yeah, it was pretty much a dick measuring contest. The entire movie was a dick measuring contest. So it wasn't Two-Face, and then it wasn't the Riddler. So,
I'm sorry, my mom's texting me. She's talking.
Yeah.
She's still texting me about aliens. So then and this is funny though. This is funny. I went on Twitter and someone posted this. They said, "Okay, hear me out. What if Brian Tyree and Sebastian Stan are both playing Two-Face?"
Oh, I could do a racist joke right here.
So I was like, "Oh no." Good night, Gravy D.
Yeah.
What
I
if
know.
though? What if though?
So, yeah, Brian's in really only one good movie where like he's actually, I think, decent in that movie, and that's Bullet Train. He was toned down in Godzilla X Kong, so where he wasn't like as annoying as he was in the first movie necessarily. But I think that's because, like, you know, he was. I give credit to mainly Dan Stevens for that in terms of like like the bouncing off of each other, so that way Brian Tyree Henry wasn't as like he was in the first movie, the Godzilla versus Kong. But still, like, have you seen Bullet Train at all? I'm actually kind of surprised. It's only a few years old.
I've been meaning to see it. Like, I know that that's a movie that I need to watch, but every time it pops up in my head, like, oh, I should sit down and watch Bullet Train, I completely forget. It comes in and goes out.
Yeah, I think I think you might enjoy it.
Pull it up again real quickly.
So
look at now I know why this came across my feed, because Epic Mike says let him cook. But look at this comment, bro. Not two race.
Yeah. I did not bother watching the shitty Child's Play remake as soon as they took away Charles Lee Ray. I was out. And I bet you don't know what I mean by Charles Lee Ray. Right, Steph?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, see, like she's just like blissfully unaware of like when I like say with no Charles Lee Ray, there's no Chucky. Charles Lee Ray is the killer whose soul embodies Chucky. And they removed that for the remake and made it like a defective toy. Like that was like programmed by a disgruntled employee. So Charles Lee Ray, aka Chucky. So,
I thought it was a serial killer.
He was, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but in the remake, they removed that aspect basically and had it be like a disgruntled employee who was getting fired.
Oh, that's lame.
Reprogrammed one doll, and that doll turned into like a little killer doll basically. So yeah, they removed the entirety of the fact that a serial killer's soul was embodying this doll, and he needed to perform a ritual to put his soul into like someone, so that way he didn't die as a doll, basically. So that's but they removed that for the new movie. That's why I refuse to watch that. Let's talk Supergirl real fast. Let's talk Supergirl real fast. I got so much crap open. All right, now I generally don't use bounding in the comics that often anymore, but at least I wanted this one's saying is tracking is equal to the Flash.
Yeesh.
Early tracking for Supergirl is very bearish, which is to say it's not looking good. The film releases on the 26th of this month, and projections have it settled at a soft $55 million domestic opening weekend. That is decidedly less than Superman's 125 million domestic debut tally last summer, which again Superman flopped. And it says the number is the same as the total of The Flash, an historic box office bomb opened back in 2023, arguably killing whatever viability was left in the remixed DCEU. So basically, it's on track, like on basically to track with The Flash, which
so it's on track to fail.
Yeah.
They're really trying, though. They really are. They're really trying. I think they noticed like a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, when Millie Alcock said all of those things that she did about toxic fandom or whatever. Like she knows she's when angry Christian dads are upset, like that you're doing the right thing. After that, like I kind of noticed that they've been trying to use Superman to push Supergirl. He's been in heavily in their marketing now. I think there's like 3 or 4 separate trailers and TV spots that are using Superman, that are using what is David Cornsweat in their marketing. They're even like putting out pictures and behind the scenes photos featuring Superman. They can't push this with her on her own. Her interviews are so dull and boring. And I think that like the interviewers asking these questions and the answers that they're giving they're truthful. They're 100% truthful, but what the movie is about being about like trauma and feelings and all of that. And she doesn't really want to be a hero. And you know what? Maybe it's okay not to save the world and to just save yourself, and that's actually heroic. All that stuff doesn't really entice people to go and see your movie. I don't want to see your movie that's about trauma. No. So I think that like they are putting
not even Superman had trauma
heavily basically in the marketing in order to try and sell people on this movie, because I highly doubt that he's going to be in a huge chunk of this movie. I highly doubt he's being pushed more than Lobo is. When in regards to the trailers, they're really trying to use a man to sell this woman movie.
Well, I like that you bring that up because Millie Alcock has explained why her Supergirl doesn't need Superman, which is ironic because you need him in the marketing because no one's you're not appealing to people who would maybe give your movie a chance. She said in an interview, I think for me, the way that I approached Kara was just so independently of Clark. And that's what made those scenes when I did get the opportunity to work with David so exciting, because I understood that there was natural friction between the two of them. All right. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not saying that she has to be like Clark necessarily, but I don't know how I feel about her saying natural friction, especially when you had her at the end of Superman coming in drunk. She wouldn't still be drunk coming onto a planet with a yellow sun. She would have been healed of whatever drunkenness she would have had. So she would have not been staggering into the Fortress of Solitude, wondering where her dog was. Meanwhile, by the way, the dog is actually Superman's dog, not hers. So the yellow sun would have basically healed her up and she would no longer be drunk. But let's overlook the little aspect of Kryptonian lore, shall we? But I want you to... Could you see if you can maybe interpret this quote, Steph? All right. This is from the writer, all right, of the Supergirl movie, who, by the way, only has 1 writing credit to her name, and it's for a fucking short from 2018, roughly 8 years ago. All right. One writing credit to her name, 8 years ago. Oh, it was so much fun. I mean, Superman's voice and who he is, I think, has just been in our collective psyche for so long, since childhood. This is how Superman is. And then David brings so much. this other extra layer to it that I just think is so lovely. And then Kara was just always kind of in my heart. So that was a natural friction of something that felt really honest to me of who she is and this guy that I've had in my collective consciousness and all of our collective consciousness for so long. Can you interpret that retardation for me? Did you follow what I was saying? Her fucking quotes. That word salad of a fucking quote. She has to read. Do you want me to zoom in a bit more? Because I will do so. Let's see if I can. Hold on. Oh, I hate these freaking ads. You going further? Okay. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Basically, where the writer is talking about. I'm like, so. That word salad. Maybe we need the Spielberg fans who are defending Disclosure Day to come and interpret this for us, because apparently we have TikTok brain. I'm looking at this going, what the fuck is she trying to say?
It sounds like there's already a version of Superman out there, and people know that version of Superman, and David Corenswet just adds that extra layer of what he brings to Superman. But there's already this collective consciousness. People already know who Superman is, what he believes in, all of that stuff. When it comes to Kara, Kara is closer to, she's in her heart. And I've seen other interviews that she's given about writing Kara, and writing Kara, she was talking about the parts of Kara and her story and what it means to her and how much that meant to her, all of this stuff, and how she can relate to it. And that's where she wrote from. So that's what she's trying to say here.
So her interpretation of
everything
the
that's honest for her, it's her interpretation and what she wants to put in this movie. She is coming from it, from writing from her POV, what it means to her, how it affected her, and how meaningful it is to her. She's writing from her own point of view. Whereas she knows the collective consciousness of Superman and what he means to the collective already, but this is Kara and what it means to her.
So that's basically, so she's saying this is going to be my interpretation of the character, not as the character was originally intended by its original creator.
No, she's not taking what is on the page and putting it to screen.
Yeah,
it is what is more meaningful to her, because I've listened to her give other interviews. So it's what is meaningful to her about this character, the parts of this character that she likes. That is what she is writing about.
So I want to know, out of morbid curiosity, what about this woman's pitch appealed? I mean, I'm saying this rhetorically, basically, because I'm what out of all these scripts, this woman is the one they picked.
I think that she is so new and so green that they put her on this project, and it's easily someone who is easily controllable by James Gunn. Yes, I'll do that. Yes.
James Gunn, who also,
I think that it's a case of this is a stepping stone for me.
Who speaks positively of Tom King's run with these characters.
Did you see the Supergirl Cup, Mara?
The Cup, yeah, I've seen it. Do you know what I said in the Discord group chat I'm part of, the Gronking Discord group chat?
No.
I'll say it when I bring the picture up. I now know where all the foreskin is going.
I know. Oh my god. What happened? Why did they think that this was a good idea? Why are you putting her in a trench coat? Oh, I forgot. That's right. It's like Guardians. Isn't that what James Gunn said about this stupid movie? It's like Guardians. She's basically Star-Lord. Even in the first trailer, in the first promotional photo that you get of her, where she's wearing the trench coat, where she's wearing the headphones, all that crap, she is Star-Lord. it's so stupid. It's like Guardians, but this, give it a little bit of definition. Make the buttons black or something. Outline it in different color. Don't make it a flesh colored overlay on the cup because that just looks like a penis. That's a penis.
Yeah. It's like almost, it's actually, I think, worse than the Dune popcorn buckets that look like fleshlights. The ones that were mimicking the mouths of the sandworms. And I'm like, that just looks like a fleshlight. Like, who designed that? And thought, yeah, I'm going to green light that and mass market it to theaters.
Trey said I think it's fake. It's not because AMC, is it AMC collectibles? I don't know. One of the things. There it is. There's the cup. AMC theater exclusive. There's the cup. It's real.
The only thing I would do, and like, yes, you're gonna judge me, but it's only because there's one girly aspect to me, and that is I like stuffed animals and I like dogs. Because my dog, my baby, is my baby, and that's that crypto stuffed animal. That's the only thing that I would get, and that's only because of my little bit of a weakness for that little girly aspect of
I like dogs.
My nature.
I love my dogs. I hated crypto.
Well, I hated the way they made Crypto in the movie because Crypto would have listened to Superman. Crypto would have obeyed Superman. Crypto would have fought alongside Superman because Crypto is Superman's dog. He's what may I say? Say that loosely because Crypto protected him when he was little, sent and so forth. But I like the stuffed animal. So, but that's just me. It's not because I like the portrayal of Crypto in the movies. It's because I like stuffed animals. That's the only thing. But Lobo looks horrendous. And I'm just saying, not just saying this because Jason Momoa is playing him. But he looks fucking horrendous. And I've not seen any deviation in the Supergirl trailers. They always show the same one that I've been seeing, basically, where it's Is it Joan Jett? Hold on. Or was it Call Me Anytime? Or Blondie. Fuck no. I was like, couldn't remember the freaking Blondie. Like they're always playing that song. It's always that. It's always that. And it's the same scenes and so forth. They don't deviate. So I'm going to be watching this only because I have a feeling like we're going to be talking about this. But it's going to be a Jack Sparrow copy. Like I'm not planning on at all going to the theater to see it. Which I think by the time you look at that. Yeah, if you do the stream next week, then the 28th, I get to watch it for when I host Talk Nerdy to Us on the 28th. Are you gonna watch it?
What?
Supergirl.
Probably.
No. I might watch it just so I can. But it's going to be like a Jack Sparrow copy. I'm not seeing it in theaters.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I don't even want to see Toy Story 5 in theaters because of how they handled Toy Story 4.
It's Jesse's story.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Toy
I have
Story 2 on steroids.
I have no problem with Jesse. It's just how they handled 4 and with Bo Peep.
They already did Jesse's story. Like they in Toy Story.
I know.
2.
I'm saying Jesse from the second one, like the trilogy. I am fine with the Jesse character. It's how they handled Bo Peep in the fourth one, and now it's Jesse's story again. What are they gonna do? How with what they did with Bo Peep?
Look at this! Look at this!
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's pretty dope.
So, the Blue Angels.
There's a game that I want to play with you, Mara. And we can get more people to play it if you want to. If you want to, you don't have to.
What game? I need to know before I either laugh at you or take another sip of alcohol or.
It's called Mecha Chameleon.
What? You gotta show.
I don't know where to find videos.
Is it through Steam? Can you show it through Steam?
Yeah. Here, I'll send you a couple of clips.
I can't help but like think about Karma Chameleon by Boy George.
I think it's called Mecha Chameleon. Like if you want, we can play it. I sent you a bunch.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like,
right. And I'll pull them up. I just needed to send them to you, and then I'll pull them up.
All right.
Hold on.
Well, no, as I'm saying, it's like Boy George is part of Culture Club. So I'm like just thinking like I think of Karma Chameleon.
It's basic. It's paint hide and seek. It looks like fun.
I'm trying to gauge from that description, but I need to see it.
Okay. Here, let me share this first one with you.
Seconds, Kenny.
Stop.
3, 2, 1. I'm coming for you, Kenny. I'm coming to find you, Kenny.
Worst spot I've ever seen.
Tactical! We gotta be tactical!
I'll say it clear. I'll state my
You're moving?
Where are you?
I've lived.
I'm gonna stand out from that red chair, dude. Different shade of red.
Traveled each.
There you go.
I'm hearing
every
things.
highway
Whistle if you dare.
and more. Much
Wait,
more
why did I
than
just hear
this.
2 whistles?
I did it my
Where'd you go, Kenny?
Aha.
What the hell's that behind you?
and did it.
I'm coming, Kenny. You can't hide from me.
30 seconds, Kenny.
So there's that one. There's also this one. Hold on.
That actually, I would play with you, but I want to get more people. I actually
Yeah,
have
you
full
have to
game
have a
of
lot of
hide and
people
seek.
playing this one.
Where's
Yeah, you
Merlin?
like
This one? Where's Merlin at?
So good too.
Are you
Dude.
fucking kidding me, Merlin?
Merlin?
Wait, Merlin, what? Merlin, stop, dude. Stop. Merlin.
Literally
That's the
Stop.
open. Come on.
Merlin's a cheater, bro. He's got a tablet. He's got a drawing tablet.
Yeah, he's got Waco.
Merlin, that's insane.
Oh.
Dude, who invited
That's
Merlin?
crazy. That's
Oh,
crazy.
dang, I didn't get to see it. He's freaking Van Gogh.
Look at how he painted himself.
That's actually
Okay.
pretty brilliant.
Yeah. And then here's this one.
Penguins.
Yeah, they're both in here.
I have to wonder if your name is hidden from the people
It's hidden. Yeah,
Yeah.
your name is hidden.
Okay.
It's so bad. But it looks fun.
Yeah,
It looks like fun.
oh yeah, I would play that like I said, but it had to be like a bunch of people because you need that mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you don't get a lot of time to paint. I think from what I've seen, you get like maybe half an hour. Or half an hour, 30 seconds.
I was gonna say like if not half an hour, it's not enough time to paint.
You get like 30 seconds.
Like what you gotta do? Paint the Sistine Chapel on your character?
No, you get
like only 30 minutes to
you get
do
like
that?
30 seconds to paint.
Well, it's not. I mean, if it's all one color, then yeah, I think that should be 30 seconds should be like plenty. But if you're panicking like the first guy. When he wanted to get tactical and then painted his character a different character color than the chair. So it's like yeah, you would have stood out, buddy. But that looks interesting. I will say that looks very interesting. We're like past a little bit past the 2-hour mark. I had a few other articles. But like, we don't need to cover them. Like, Stargate canceled by Amazon because it did not have broad appeal. Never mind that the Stargate show, at least from the writer's perspective, was to appeal to Stargate fans. Amazon pulled it because it did not have broad appeal. And the DOJ, for those who are not Americans, that's the Department of Justice, gave the thumbs up to Paramount's bid for Warner Brothers Discovery acquisition. And so it's not exactly completely over. While the DOJ has approved it, there are appeals that can be done by the states, basically. So it's not exactly entirely cemented officially. Technically, like, they do and they don't, basically. So while it was approved by the Department of Justice, you have the likes of Pocahontas saying that they're going to fight it by any means necessary. So it's not entirely done as of yet until they basically concede and let the merger finalize.
I'll be real, I haven't really been keeping up with any of that. So I'll be real, I haven't really been keeping up with any of that.
I've been seeing it on Twitter because, at least from Stargate fans' perspective, because Stargate was actually I never really got into it. I saw the movie.
I love the movie.
But the show was popular. The show was well loved.
I need to continue watching the show. I started watching the show and then I stopped. I need to continue watching it.
Yeah, and so fans, like when it was going, at least initially announced to be coming back, fans were cautiously optimistic because it looked like it was actually going to appeal to longtime fans. It's like written for longtime fans. So if you're fans of like the series, then this is for you, basically, the way that it was coming across for Stargate fans. And then Amazon pulled the rug out from underneath it because, according to them, the writers were too focused on appealing to Stargate fans and not enough on appealing to a much broader audience.
Mm-hmm.
So
which is pretty ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah, I'm saying, but that was the reasoning, basically. So
yeah, the appeal was to the broader audience, and that's what brought in the fans. So you might as well just continue doing what you're doing, and you'll bring in more people outside of the fandom. So yeah, I think it is retarded. I think Disper actually did a really good video on that.
Well, it's like with
subject. It was good.
Like fandoms, not just Stargate, like with Star Wars, basically Star Trek, things like that. How people essentially became Star Wars or Star Trek fans or what have you, basically, is because they were introduced by someone or someones who were fans of said IP, basically. My parents sat me down and said, if you like this, I can't remember what I was into when I was single digits age, basically, but they sat me down and said, I think you'll like this. Boom. Sat me down and put Star Wars on for me. And I watched all 3 movies and I was basically hooked from then on. But that's how you basically did. It's more or less like, hey, if you like this, you'll like this. Let me introduce you to this. And you draw people in that way. If they stay, great. If not, then we know it's not for them, basically. But that's generally how fandoms are built, at least as far as introducing it to normies, because we were all normies at one point when it came to a particular IP. But when we're introduced to that IP and we become invested in that IP, we cease to become normies. And it continued that way. Then you had the likes of Lucasfilm, Disney, Lucasfilm, and other entities saying, we're going to stop appealing to this fan base that basically built us to where we are now, and appealed to people who have never given us the time of fucking day in their entire lives. Remember that really showed where the guy was asking just a simple question, like the creator of Star Wars, who's the creator of Star Wars? And maybe one or two people got it.
Yeah.
That was the audience that Disney was trying to draw in by pushing the existing fandom away. They couldn't tell.
I know. They couldn't do it. They didn't succeed.
Name it.
Nope.
I'm saying, and that Amazon
that's the demographic they were going for.
Positioned to create not only get in good, get appeal to Stargate fans, but say, hey, have the Stargate fans say, hey, if you like this type of sci-fi, you'll love this. And Amazon pulled the plug. And we're getting Rings of Power season 3.
No, you're also getting that other show that they greenlit like the same week that they found out that it was that they canceled Stargate. What was it?
So thank you for the $5 super chats. Yeah, I'll take the last swig of my Bloody Mary. Talk Nerdy is my new favorite Sunday night hangout spot. Thank you, Guy White. Appreciate it.
Ooh, I'll take a shot for that.
Yeah. But, it's like I said, no, they canceled Wheel of Time. It
wasn't Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
it was something else.
They canceled Wheel of Time, I believe.
What was it? It was like some... Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Anthony's saying RoboCop TV show?
Mm-mm. It wasn't that. It was something else. Hold on. Let me see if I remember it. Gem and the Holograms.
Oh, that shit. Yeah.
They canceled.
I'm not saying Gem and the Holograms is shit. I'm saying it's probably going to be shit on their Amazon.
Yeah, they canceled Stargate and pushed forward with Gem and the Hologram live action.
It's likely going to be shit.
I don't even know what that is. Is it like Barbie? Is it Barbie?
I wouldn't say it's Barbie. You've never watched that? I didn't really watch that cartoon, but you've never watched that cartoon series?
No, it looks like Barbie. Maybe that's why they're moving forward with that. Because
in terms of I guess aesthetic, maybe you could say it's like Barbie, but it's not. But in terms of tone, it's not supposed to be like Barbie. So I don't know.
No.
Mike Hill, thank you for $5 super chat. Dead by Daylight movie is officially happening. Director found script is written, starting filming next year. I think if you play Dead by Daylight, I think they're having a promo where if you log in between now and July something, I think.
There was already a live action Gem and the Hologram movie? I don't remember.
Might have to go back because I remember something like that happening, but I've repressed it.
Don't know. But I bet it's gonna be like Barbie.
Gem was an 80s TV show. They were rock stars basically. So it's
Mattel came out with Barbie and the Rockers as a response to
yeah. So basically, Gem wasn't really a response to Barbie. What Barbie did was a response to Gem and the Holograms, and they're it's an 80s cartoon. They were rock stars, but in terms of look, very 80s.
Cheers. Thank you.
You have God of War
hanging out with us on
happening.
I was going to say on Wednesday, on Sunday.
Yeah. Rings of Power season 3 is happening starting November 11th. I still don't get why they're doing an TV series. That's the character from Legally
Oh,
Blonde.
yeah, the Legally Blonde. Forgot about that.
Yeah. I only remembered because I saw a commercial for it, and I was like, I still cannot fathom how they're going to handle it because, again, like she I've said this before, she finds herself in Legally Blonde, so it's like she can't exactly have too much of a character arc because she's supposed to realize where she's supposed to be in the Legally Blonde movie.
Yeah, well, this one, she's for some reason they're putting her in an urban school.
Oh my god! And
I'm not even kidding. Like they move out of California for her dad's job, and she goes to like an urban school.
Oh my god! I see identity politics written all over that shit.
Seattle,
I'm not saying it'll happen. I'm just saying it's like that's a ripe setting for like her getting educated.
Because I watched the trailer for it. I was like, oh, you know what? It has Reese Witherspoon attached to it. Not to like play Elle or anything like that. She's just kind of I don't know if she's directing or writing. She's attached to it. But yeah, she goes to an urban school. That's what the trailer was. I was like,
I might watch it on morbid curiosity, but I'm like,
shut up. And then they remade The Burbs as I know. I watched it. It was garbage. It was terrible. And I believe they're putting out a second season.
Well, it didn't stop them from putting out a third season for Rings of Power. So Amazon has like shown that they don't learn.
Nope.
But yeah, that's the Warner Bros. Merger it looks like it's officially happening. I'm gonna say it looks like. I'm saying it's like until the politicians butt out of it, basically it's official. I'm not gonna read this, Trey, but I'm like I feel like it's gonna toe that line, or she's gonna be educated.
I think she's going to learn a lot of lessons.
Yeah, so but there it is, chat. So next week Steph gets to pick the topics. And then the following week, that's after Supergirl is released, and I get to talk about that shit.
Supergirl's on your channel? Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm saying so
I
like
can
you do
just
it next week.
lean back and chill that weekend.
Yeah, so I get to pick the topics, which will most likely include the shit that will be Supergirl.
Woot.
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to it. Even watching it for free on the seas, I'm not looking forward to it, but I will be doing so. But before I give my outro, Steph, let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff.
On YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter or X.
It's I hate the fact that it's called X now. Like he could have just kept it as Twitter, but he changed it to X. Because it's stupid SpaceX program. Anyway. As far as me, ladies and gentlemen, I do not stream typically do not stream Mondays and Tuesdays for stretches because of the fact that I am currently in school. So Mondays and Tuesdays are my live lectures, and I believe I'll at least have a week break, maybe even a bit longer. I'm not sure how the schedule's going to work out, but the next session is the July session. So, and this is week 7 for me for classes, and next week is week 8, which is the finals. So I think I'll at least have a week in between when the next round of classes starts and the current round ends, which is my medical terminology and my anatomy and physiology classes that I'm taking. So that week, I'll be able to stream pretty much every evening. But until then, no, not starting next week, starting the week after, because next week is week 8. So the week after that, I'll be able to stream every night because I will have that break from classes. So it'll be basically the week that I get to talk about Supergirl is when I should be able to stream every night. And currently I'm streaming the Lego Batman game, Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Oh, I need to start that.
Yeah. So I'm right now. I'm on chapter 4. I'm not too far into chapter 4 because I had to take I wasn't able to stream much last week because of live lectures. I can't stream until Wednesday. But we'll be meeting Batgirl soon, basically. Because there's certain things that, like, you'll find out, Steph, in this game that there are certain side things like Riddler, like Riddler stuff, Clue Master stuff, or even Wayne Takashi. You'll notice when you start playing the game that there's certain ones that you can't do without Batman having certain characters. So there's ones that I've gotten to. Yeah, there's ones that I've gotten to in the game where I'm like, okay, I can't go any further because Dick Grayson is not Nightwing yet. You know, or I don't have Batgirl, basically. So it's like, you know, so if you get to a point where you can't figure out why you can't unlock something, it's most likely because you don't have a certain character. So I've done as much as I can until I basically officially unlock Batgirl and so forth, or until officially that Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing. Thank you, Tara. Appreciate it. Basically, so this week is kind of like the preparation I need to do for my final for anatomy and physiology. I have to do a PowerPoint presentation on hypothyroidism. But I got to call the tech department for the school because I'm supposed basically I create the slides and I do a voice recording. I'm supposed to do a voice recording basically, like, you know, for each slide so that the professor when grading can listen to it. And for some reason PowerPoint's not showing the ability to record. So I got to call the university tech squad and say, hey, like, you know, can you help me figure this out? Because I need to start work on this. So I have a feeling. So see this, again, this is why, Steph, like, you know, if I fly to wherever Dan is to physically assault him, do you want to come with me? You can film it for the live stream.
Sure.
So
to go to Australia, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, go there, film it, and just to say, like, you know, I'm not a total bitch. Even though like, you know, I drop names like, you know, like assholes and things like that. That's just my personality. I'm going to, well, whatever Aussies show up, basically, I'm going to make the Moroccan lamb recipe that my mom makes. So I'm going to cook lamb for them. And I'll be wearing my Cammy cosplay from Street Fighter. So, yeah, I say dickheads a lot. I could say cunt. I say assholes.
Oh, really quickly. You know what? No. I'll stream tomorrow. I'll talk about it on my stream.
So yeah, but that's my schedule basically this week, chat. So Monday and Tuesday are out. What I might try to do is, I think I've done all I can pretty much doing side stuff with Batman as of yet until I unlock certain characters. Yeah, but I might play it offline again tomorrow, just to like go around Gotham and seeing if I can all I can do before Wednesday, before I continue into, like, you know, back into the main story on Wednesday evening. Thursday reading stream. Friday gaming stream. And then what I might try to do, depending on the schedule, I might try to do an afternoon stream and then a watch party Saturday evening. I'll figure out what if I do a watch party, what I do a watch party of Saturday. Just because I wasn't able to do anything yesterday. Anyway, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world, and we will see you all next week on her channel. She gets to pick the topics.
That's right.
So God help us if she finds another scrotum filler article. Take care, everyone.
You'll never let that go.
Nope, I won't. The fact that you brought it up with a smile just makes my day. Peace, everyone.
Hey.
Look at her blowhole. She has a fucking blowhole. What
she's
is that?
She's a glory hole on her head.
I can't do anything until the actual police get there.
So I'm like, what are you? Even though I was like, what are you? So stupid. If you're a bigot, if you don't find this appealing.
Oh man, then I'm a
That's
fucking
why not.
bigot. I'm 100% because this is disgusting.
Right here. Proud bigot right here.
I need to calm down. I think
Okay, I'm entertaining the chat.
I enjoyed King Shark. I found it cute and adorable.
Which are words you shouldn't be associating with King Shark. I'm sorry. I'm like literally messaging.
Oh. It lasted a little bit long. The stream went on a little too long for Mara's internet. Karen, oh my god, what is this? What happened? I've taken over somebody's studio. And you know what? I'm a little upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset at all.
Alright, hold on. I'm a little upset, but I'm not upset. I'm
not upset.
You rampant slag.
He listens to metal.
Oh, I really insulted him.
Yeah, you did that.
Fantastic Beast rhymes. Fantastic. Jesus, fuck! I can't talk right now. What do you think they do at the Ministry of Magic?
I'm just saying you're saying it's been a perfect system for 1,000 years.
It hasn't been a perfect system. That's why I'm telling you they have departments in place for anything that were to happen. There's like this place that's like a drive-through daiquiri place. I drove through it.
When she says drove through it, she means the actual drive-through, not the building.
They have like 20-ounce drinks and then 32 ounces. I was like, you know what? Give me the 32 ounce. It is huge.
That's what 32 ounces is. 32 ounces is like 4 glasses.
I didn't realize. Hi, I'm Jason.
Oh my god.
This is Momoa.
I imagine you did laugh way too hard and too long at this.
Mara is my ride or die. I love Mara.
I absolutely love that intro.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was close. Mara. Oh no!
Oh my god. Are you okay?
Mara, what channel is the stream on?
Mine!
You rampant slag.